We are very grateful to all who have been sharing their respects here at 1000 Vin Scully Avenue and across the country. This time we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence for our friend, Vin. Thank you. At this time, would you please direct your attention to Dodger Vision?
Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be.
When we heard those soothing 14 words, we knew for the next 3 hours or so we were going to be taken on a journey, a shared experience for all of us, a master storyteller, poet, and an artist. We pulled up a chair, and then our friend, our uncle, our favorite teacher would take us away from our everyday issues and cares, whatever they may be, to be entertained and informed. Vin Scully, Fordham University class of 1949, was recruited by Red Barber to provide live updates for CBS Radio Sports by telephone of the Boston University Maryland College football game, live from the roof of frigid Fenway Park. Vin passed the audition with flying colors. Fresh out of college, just 4 months later, Scully was hired by the Dodgers, for whom he worked for the next 67 years. In 1953, when Barber left Brooklyn for the Yankees, Vin became the voice of the Dodgers at the age of 25. 5 years later, when the Dodgers left Brooklyn for Los Angeles, Walter O'Malley brought Vin and his partner Jerry Doggett to Los Angeles with him. Together, they introduced Major League Baseball to Southern California by way of the new and ever-present transistor radio. With the emergence of the Dodgers and the undeniable skill of Scully, Vin was calling some of the biggest moments in baseball with his artistry, vocabulary, intellect, and timing, a soundtrack of the game's history.
What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol.
It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday runs and takes it away from him. And so Monday, I think a guy was going to set fire to the American flag. Can you imagine that? Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on with the perfect game.
Vin Scully. Well, there's a lot of talk these days about greatest of all time. GOAT used to be a bad thing, now it's the greatest of all time. Well, that's the end of this discussion. Vin Scully is the greatest of all time, period. No discussion, it's him.
Vin called 25 World Series, 12 All-Star games, 18 no-hitters, 3 perfect games, and ultimately the most perfect call of one of the most dramatic moments in World Series history, and the most dramatic moment in Dodger history. Vin was most comfortable in the booth and never really come.
All of us here today, and for those watching, that we will miss you, my friend. We will miss you in our radio, in our cars, in our backyard. You've been a gift to Los Angeles and to baseball itself. It seems forever that you've been guiding us through your personal window into the game. How lucky we were that day in Brooklyn when the microphone passed into your hands. You were the chosen one, the skinny redhead who stood on the shoulders of the biggest kid, ready to look through the not all in the things and describe to the rest of us what was going on. You were better than a golden ticket. You invited us all to pull up a chair, spend the afternoon, and then proceeded to walk us into the next century.
A week later, Vin would say goodbye.
May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, and a blessing in each trial. For every problem life seemed a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer. You and I have been friends for a long time, but I know in my heart that I've always needed you more than you've ever needed me. And I'll miss our time together more than I can say. But you know what? There will be a new day and eventually a new year. And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball. So this is Vin Scully wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be.